The purpose of this short video is to demonstrate vacuum-assisted fetal delivery using a birth simulation model and a silicone baby head. This video will be helpful for clinicians who utilize vacuum devices or for expectant mothers curious about the process. This video is not a complete instruction on vacuum-assisted delivery, but a brief summary of key points for clinicians to keep in mind. I'll be focusing on three primary principles of vacuum-assisted delivery. Number one, position of the fetal head. Number two, proper placement of the vacuum cup over the flexion point. And number three, proper traction or delivering of the fetal head without inadvertent detachment or pop-offs. The key to successful vacuum delivery is placing the cup over the flexion point. The flexion point is defined as 3 centimeters forward of the posterior fontanelle on the sagittal suture. This location directs the smallest diameter of the fetal head to present to mom's pelvis. Thus, the least amount of force is required to conduct the delivery. I'll now have my assistant place the silicone fetal head in the birth simulation model, and then we'll proceed with the steps toward delivery. Step 1 is confirming position of the fetal head. To confirm position of the fetal head, a vaginal examination is done to identify the landmarks on the fetal head, including the sagittal suture and the posterior fontanelle. This infant is currently in a direct occiput posterior position. The second step is to place the vacuum device over the flexion point. Recall, the flexion point is 3 centimeters forward of the posterior fontanelle. Thus, a measurement is taken from the posterior fontanelle 3 centimeters forward. The distance is determined, and the cup is placed at that distance. 2 fingers are used to place the cup back over towards the flexion point, and then vacuum is obtained. Step 3 is exerting proper traction or drawing out of the fetal head in line with the axis of the pelvis. After vacuum is obtained, begin to exert traction on the fetal head in the direction of the maternal pelvis. Be sure to maintain pressure against the vacuum cup so as to prevent any sort of sudden detachment or pop-off. As the head begins to emerge, the traction is slowly initiated upwards until the head becomes to crown, and eventually the head is delivered. In summary, you can see that the cup was placed on the flexion point, 3 centimeters forward of the posterior fontanelle on the sagittal suture. This encouraged the smallest diameter of the fetal head to present to mom's pelvis, thus requiring the least amount of force to conduct the delivery